Hi there, I am Dory Jo Stoll, and if you're here, it's because you're a member, and for that, I thank you so much. Nothing big tonight, but I thought maybe you would enjoy a little DIY and how to get some of your embroidery kits ready to go to do the embroidery part. So I'm going to be away for the weekend, but I'm going to be having some time to sit and do not much of anything. I'm watching somebody for another family, and so I'm going to be embroidering, but I can't do the beginning part of prepping with the ink there because it's kind of messy. So, well, I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to bring all the ink stuff. So I thought I'd do that for you here today. If you've ever gotten one of our embroidery kits, which we have quite a few, so far I've done the snowman. There was the flower, the groovy flower one. That one's finished. And then also, I can't remember what the bird one is called. So I've done, this will be my third fourth one that I'm doing. This is the Holiday Letters Minis Embroidery Kit, and these are the directions that come with it. If you can see that, it is pretty explanatory. It has on the back side life-size directions. This is what I love. I can sit there and do my embroidery, away with my little bag of embroidery stuff. It doesn't take much room whatsoever, and it's very self-explanatory. The one thing I do want to point out to you is right down here at the bottom is a QR code, and you can watch the video on how to do the whole entire thing. But what I like to do is I'll just start it and watch one stitch at a time, up close and personal. So, and I've got a few videos here also with the different videos. And if you're wanting to know which videos, if you want me to make a video, please put that down in the comments and I will help you out with that. So with that, let's get started. The other thing that you get with this kit is your fabric. This is a linen white, and it's 17.5 by 21.25. And I'm telling you, there's plenty here to do the entire project at least twice, I think. I don't really know. I'm actually going to use some of the fabric for one of our other projects that I've done here because this is left over. This one is left over from my snowman one. This one is left over from my bird one. I left it on my little one because I think that I did. Anyway, I'm not seeing it here. So just so you know, this definitely um, is not going to take all of the supplies, the linen that's there. So the other thing you get are 3 of these little wooden and gold hoops. And these you can use to do the embroidery with, and you can do the whole project in them and then just leaving them. And you can use the excess fabric if you want the linen to put on glue on the back to cover it up, or double it up. So once you do all the stitching in it, just go ahead and fold it over inside of there. It'll cover your stitching in the back, and then just do a running stitch around the outside and pull that through. So that is how you kind of finish it up. So far, I put everything into I was just trying to see if this little section would work for this, and sure enough, I think it's going to. You do want to leave enough, but who wants to waste some fabric? If I could use this little bit here, I will. I'm going to try it. I really think I can. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably pull it in and to finish it off and put a piece of felt on the back. So that's my plan with that. And you could do these on felt as well and just make a little stuffy ornament or whatever. But this one, I'm going to do the kit in these little hoops. And then I think I'm going to load them up on like another board, like one of our boards. So the other thing you get with this particular kit is 5 different colors of our embroidery, as well as a needle in there. This actually is a ton of embroidery string that you can use, thread, I guess they call it thread. It's a ton. So you will have tons left over. I've learned that I have to wind them around those little embroidery spools, so I keep them out of, like, otherwise I have a big knot in my bag. So that's what I've been doing, is as I use them, I go ahead and put them on a little embroidery spool that you keep in the plastic. And then you get this transfer. And actually this transfer, you could do boo, fall, joy, and some little, like a little ghost, and there's a bow, there's a wreath for the joy. So that is what we are going to work on at this time. And I'm looking here. Actually, this kit did not include, it should have had my ink, but it did not. Thankfully, I do have ink. It's supposed to come with Couture Coral and Couture Teal. I don't know if I have those. Well, I didn't get them in the pack because I just opened the pack. So unless it's still in there, I don't see it at all. Huh. So hopefully yours will. And it also should come with, let me see. It should come with a little 3 hoops, embroidery fabric. Oh, this one does not actually. Oh, additional supplies you need are color tray, Chalkology ink single, ink mat, mini squeegee, a quick dry tool, scissors, ironing board, and parchment paper. They forgot squeegee. They forgot squeegee. Okay, so ink color and placement, they have that right up here on the top. So I'm going to do my best. I don't know, to try to figure this out. The cool thing about using ink on fabric is that you do not have to fuzz your cloth or fuzz your transfer, the brand new transfer, at all. It's totally gonna go ahead and work. Let's get this over here. I'm gonna get some ink out. I keep all my ink separate from my chalks because I don't ever want to accidentally put ink on the wrong thing and have it be permanent on me. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I've got these colors at all. I may not. I have Couture Teal. I'm pretty sure of that. Couture Teal is like the first color I ever bought. Oh, that's tied. That I ever bought. White. Well, this might have been a lost cause here. I don't know. Will these work? I don't know. I don't think so. This is Regal. This was a new color that just came out. Tide might work. The cool thing about using the ink is that if you are, I'm going to have to find some. I'm going to be honest, I don't have these, so I apologize. I thought I was all ready to do this. I guess maybe we'll switch our project. I have some Meadow. That might, actually, I do think the green in here might be, what do we have up here? Current Jam. That doesn't, I don't know. It's a little closer than the Regal. I think I have Pesto, which looks like I could do the green in that. It would just be a matter of figuring out the correct pink. Oh, here's my teal. I don't know about that. I actually kind of like the green color a little better for the wreath. I don't even know. Do I have red? Would it look okay? It kind of does, actually. This color here, I don't know what the color is, but it's pretty close. So I guess our options are this green and red. Do a little more traditional. I'm trying to match the threads, so I apologize here. This is kind of what I'm pondering here. what color is going to be on there too, which is 310. So the numbers match. Okay, they don't. Numbers are supposed to match. So there's a lighter pink. This must be it. They're supposed to match the number on the pack, and this one is not. So I'm just trying to decide. I think this is going to be a good combination. What do you think? I think that's what we're going to stick with. Even though it says the other ones, I don't know. That package I know was not open before this time. So I'm kind of sad. I don't know. I'll have to get back with the company and say, hey, so this is currant jam and this is pesto. Pesto I love, love, love. So it's a good color. We'll put that here. Their inks put back away. All right. So what we want to do, I want to do is put these, I'm going to try it on this little piece. And this might be my trial and error. You can use one of our ink mats for this project, or you can use a piece of cardboard. I'm going to use the ink mat. It's nice because it is sticky backed and will hold it in place. So, all right. Like I said, if you've been watching me any amount of time, you know that I do not like to waste not anything. Waste not fabric. So I'm going to just grab out our ink mat here. And I have used this lots and lots of times. And it's still a little sticky. So we're just going to put this down here, and then we're going to work on doing the joy. So if you see these little squares, these lines here, all you have to do is cut on those lines. That's the hardest part for me. I'm not very good at straight lines. Okay. Trying not to put it back on itself. Oh, I guess there's a little face for the jack-o'-lantern. So there's a little part for each one of these middle ones. So there's a leaf, except the leaf. There's a little ghost, there's a leaf, and there's a pumpkin. And then there's a face for the pumpkin. There's nothing for the ghost, I guess. Trying to cut straight at an angle. It's not working. All right, we're going to get this out of here. I want to keep these together because I want to keep the words together. Otherwise, these are the size of a mini, so you don't have to just use these for this transfer only for this embroidery kit, or you can make several of these because those little hoops are readily available these days, especially like on Amazon or whatever, or in your local craft store. I actually got a bag of a bunch of hoops, different size hoops. I was really excited. I think it was like $2 for a great big bag of them. So I was kind of excited to use some of those to maybe frame up some extras to sell. My husband was saying, you really, I can't see you being able to make a profit because, I'm getting ready for craft fairs right now. He said, I can't see you making enough profit on doing embroidery. It would be hard to sell. And I said, I do think you're correct. We want to put that, I don't think we're going to put that bow, but that bow could be used if you were using it just without any embroidery, but I think we're just going to do the wreath and then put all the embroidery on the wreath. And it looks to me like these letters are pretty simple as far as straight. There's French knots on the, okay, so there's some satin stitches, French knots, and back stitches, but not very many on the two letters, the J and the Y. And then on the other one, there is several different stitches, but they're pretty little. So, all right, just to give you an idea, we're going to space these out so that we can put those. Well, I'm going to move this one up a little because I don't want to impede each other. I want to be able to put them each in their own hoop. I did that on my first one I didn't cut enough fabric, or I put it so close to the edge I couldn't get into the hoop. So we're just double checking to make sure I've got plenty all the way around each one to get it in. And I actually still think I need a little bit of extra right there so that I can get it in the hoop. Okay, I'm going to just better to have a little extra than too little, even though I'm trying to save myself. All right, let's go ahead and use our ink. Ink is permanent, and so what we want to do is just take our time to put it on. This again is Current Jam, and I'm going to do the J first. You could take your time. It does not, unlike chalk does dry up in the transfer. It does not happen here. You can just leave it in the transfer. It doesn't matter if it dries or whatever, which is why I really like ink, because you can take your time with it if you want. It doesn't dry up and ruin the print. You could peel it off slowly and then check to make sure that you have, I need to buy my tray for that. Make sure you don't have any on your fingers when you peel to reveal, because you just don't want to get ink everywhere on your clothes or anywhere else, because you will have a permanent marking. Okay, let's take a look. I want to get my backing out here before I do this. And I'm just going to stick it on the backing. This washes off right away with just water in the sink. If you let it totally dry, it's going to be permanent on your transfer. But as you can see, it's pretty much off of there. So isn't that beautiful? That Y and then the J, yay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm just going to stick those back on, and then we're going to use the sage on this one. Or it's not sage, pesto. And so once I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then tomorrow morning before I go to do home health care, I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of parchment paper on this with an iron and iron it as on high heat for a few minutes, and it will be heat set, and you can wash and dry this if you like. So if you're doing t-shirts or towels, it's totally safe. You can't see it right now, but I have color changing, it changes in the sun, color changing ink on my shirt that I put on there, and it totally wash and dry this shirt over and over and over again, doesn't ever come off. Okay, there we go. Got the rest put back in, because you can use that later. And the ink, it really does last forever. So I suggest, if you're just starting out an ink project, to go ahead and get the singles and try a couple of projects with your singles first. But this is a good way to try it out. I promise your kit, if your kit doesn't come with the ink and the squeegee in it, let me know and I will get that for you. Get that out to you, get that taken care of. So, all right, back to this. There we go. Isn't that just perfect? Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. So that's what I'm going to let dry. We'll just peel it off. It does go through. You will see you can see like it's on the back. So that's why you want something behind it while you do it, because you don't want it to leak into something. So I'm just going to let this dry, and tomorrow I will iron it, and I'll be ready to go with my little embroidery project. I just think this one's going to be so much fun. I'm hoping it will. I'll have to keep it posted. So stay posted. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help with any of your embroidery projects. It's been so much fun to do embroidery myself. I haven't done it for like 40 years. 35 years, I think. I decided 30 years maybe. And it's been so much fun to kind of revisit this craft. I even got myself for my birthday, my kids were asking what I wanted, and I said I wanted the little magnifying glass with the light in it. So I'm excited to use that this weekend. So stay tuned for updates on how my projects are coming along. Like I said, I'm still working on that snowman. I'm almost done with him, and know I'm going to move into something else this weekend. So make sure that you do all the things. I appreciate you being here. This is just a little extra. Get you ready for your embroidery kits if you're wondering how to do them. Seriously, it saves time because everything is there that you need usually. I don't know what happened. I don't think I have it here. So maybe it fell. I don't know. But thank you so much for joining me, and make sure that you keep on crafting.